Hello students, so today I am continuing with the same chapter and this is the last topic of your chapter, nature of matter, dissolution of gases in water. So previously we have studied about the dissolution of solid in liquid, liquids in liquid, and now it is the dissolution of gases in water. So as you know, some gases they dissolve in water. Water itself is formed by hydrogen and oxygen gases. Soda water, it is prepared by dissolving carbon dioxide gas in water. So let us perform the activity to understand the solubility of gases in water. So as you can see, there are gas bubbles in this water bottle. I have taken a cold drink here, and the gas bubbles, they are on the surface of the cold drink. So when I will pour this, I will open the lid of this bottle, and as you can see, the fumes of gases or the gas bubbles, they are coming out of the bottle. It is filled with these bubbles, and when as I will pour it in the glass, slowly these gas bubbles, they will escape out of the cold drink. I think maximum gas bubbles, they have been escaped from it. Still you can see a little bit bubbles, they are coming out of the cold drink, and slowly as the temperature will increase or the cold drink will attain the temperature of your room temperature, then it will come to normal temperature, and the maximum gas which is present in your cold drink, it will escape out of the cold drink. So students, as you can see, these bubbles, they come out of the cold drink slowly. So the solubility of gases in water, it decreases with increase in its temperature. So this is the main topic and the last topic of your chapter, nature of matter. Example of the gases which do not dissolve in water is hydrogen, helium, nitrogen, and methane. So that's all in these topics, and in this chapter we have studied about the matter, its three states, and the properties of matter like appearance, transparency, diffusion, solubility, dissolution. These all are the properties of matter. Now I am going to discuss about the characteristics of matter and how we can differentiate between solid, liquid, and gases. So I have made this table for the comparison of characteristics of solid, liquid, and gaseous states of matter. So the first property is the interparticle space. We did the activity also for this interparticular space. In solids, as you can see, the interparticular space is very small. The particles, they are very tightly packed with one another and they cannot move. But in liquids, comparatively, it is larger than the solids. Particles, they can move away from each other. And in gaseous form, the very larger interparticle space is present. Next is your interparticle force. As you can see, the particle force is stronger in solids, weaker in liquids, and very weaker in gaseous state. Nature of your solid state is it is hard and rigid. You cannot compress them easily. Fluids is in liquid state it is fluidity. Liquids can flow easily. Gaseous states, they are highly fluid in nature. Compressibility, very negligible in solid states, smaller in liquid state, and gases, they are highly compressible. As you know that your cylinders or LPG or CNG which is used in your home also, they are a highly compressible form of your gaseous state. Shape and volume, solids, they have definite shape and volume. Liquids, they have indefinite shape but definite volume. And gases, they have indefinite shape as well as volume. Density in solid, it is very high. Liquid is very less and very lower in gaseous state. Diffusion, it is negligible in solids, slower in liquid, and very faster in gases. So we have done the activities related to these properties also in our videos. So this was the recapitulation of the properties or comparison of the characteristics of three states of matter. So students, that's all for today, and tomorrow we'll do the exercise of this chapter, nature of matter. Thank you and have a nice day.